Hello, and welcome back. This is Aiden Kanesi here from Serpent and Dove, the new platform I have set up here, and I'm here with something new, something creative, something fun. It is my new studio platform, Serpentine Studios, and it will be the showcasing and showing of examples of how I will be doing my design work and the show of clients and anybody online to give sort of my insight on and my perspective on the craft of graphic design and the arts of these intricate processes that I have learned here. And today we will be designing the new logo for the new studio platform that is Serpentine Studios. So why don't we get into it here? It's a good day so far. I've got my coffee here. I'm sure much of you are enjoying your afternoon or whatever you're doing, but I hope you are doing good. I hope you are happy, safe, whatever the circumstance. Nobody's excused from their humanity, right? So, why don't we get into it here? We will start by creating a new project. For logos, I'm actually in Photoshop here, so let's go with 500 by 500. I will name it Serpentine Studios logo. So get that created. 500. Everything else we don't got to worry about. I usually just get straight into it. So we're streaming live on Twitch, I should mention. I will also be uploading this to YouTube and the platforms, doing some showcasing and having a portfolio on my website that is serpentdovewisdom.com. If you can find it, I understand I'm having a bit of trouble with the SEO and just simply locating the website in general. So, if you can, that's good. So, why don't we get into it? I've got black background here. Now, before we even start, we can simply look at this black square and pull something out of our mind, at least so easily. Some might be able to do that, some might prefer that, but today we will be diving online. I've got a bit of inspiration, a little bit of designing steps here that I don't necessarily adhere to 100%, but I use more as a reference, a template, yes, like a frame of reference. So, basic steps. Review the design brief. Pretty simple, straightforward. Today we will be reviewing company or the brand logo for Serpentine Studios. In that case, I'd want to not only do I want it to be comfortable within my own preferences, but I want my preferences to be adherent and subjective to clients and to other design, or at least that other people would find favorable, so as to influence and not to be too secluded to my own self, as in a bit of narcissistic outlooks and perspectives, not just with myself but with the world. So I'd want to cater. I'd want to be all-encompassing with myself, clients, designers, and whoever's just going to be looking over it. And the key is anything that we manifest into creation will have our energetic signature in it, and that is something that you cannot hide from most people, although it might go right over some people's head. And with design and symbols, symbology, and the subconscious mind, this is how the functionality of the mind and the dynamics of objective symbols and the truth therein. But we will be getting into all of these concepts as we go along here. So, again, yeah, we got that out of the way. So, step 2, research and discovery. Of course, if I'm with a client, I will be researching you, looking into your background, what's your company virtues, mission statement, how long you've been around, what's your ethics, your morals, etc. So, and in knowing that, I will know how to create a definitive outline, not just with the logo, but with a brand strategy as well. Like I said, it's about the customer and what they want to see. Because if they're not seeing what they want to see on a subconscious level, they're not going to see it on a conscious level. So, with that understanding and that underpinning with these design processes, we will be possibly, if there, some packages will include a brand strategy as additional and external to the logo design process. So, 2 components, 2 aspects there. And the branding strategy will simply allow you to reach a broader range of audience and criteria of people according to preferences that would speak and specialize and not be too generalized so as to be too dull and linear or abstract, so to speak. Step 3 here, brainstorm and sketch concepts. Of course, there will be not just one iteration, but many iterations with color palettes, different tones, stylescapes, feelings, and whatever different emotions the colors might incite in the specific regions of the brain. Now, it gets very intricate, but, you don't have to get into all of that just yet. We'll go through it as we go along slowly so as to develop that understanding. Now, some few iterations here, a few design concepts. Sketching. Programs like Adobe Illustrator can be very limiting. Okay. Now, build on your concepts. Okay, I see that there. Like I said, different iterations. Evolve and iterate your concept. Okay. Now, I know we're kind of flying through this, but we do have a limited time. Of course, you don't want to sit here for half an hour, 45 minutes. So, step 6, I think what I've just explained to you pretty much covers all of this in maybe shorter words, different perspectives, but I think that is sufficient for now. We can step into the actual design process of the logo. So, let's dissect the symbol of the serpent. Now, a symbol can contain 1,000 pictures. And a picture contains 1,000 words. So there is this aggregation of understanding and this sort of hierarchy of scales of dimensionality and interconnected relationship. If that makes sense. I kind of get a little bit over detailed, but oh well, that's me, So the serpent, the symbol of the serpent, it signifies wisdom. Not just wisdom, but wisdom that is able to navigate through treachery, through deception. The snake also symbolizes, well, more specifically, the rattlesnake also symbolizes the non-aggression principle. That is the self-defense principle as well. The rattlesnake, it's not gonna go around just biting anybody, it'll rattle its tail if you go near it, so it sends a message. It's like, I have rights, natural law rights, I am nature, and I'm not gonna go down without a fight. Essentially, I am always going to be inspired by nature, so I can only emulate nature, and in order to do that, I need a transparent, holographic perspective. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to search up a snake image. We'll see what we're getting at here. Now, right here might be just fine. Oh, it's a king cobra, but I think that'll work. I think that'll work. I like it. We will see if we are able to download this file. Now, I know I could have had everything ready, but I want to show you guys and other designers, other people. I mean, when I say designers, I mean people learning. I understand there are high-up designers who would look at that and sort of laugh, but we'll get that out of the way. So, anybody willing to learn, they can view these stepwise progressions. Pixels. There we go. Now, let's start here with the head. Alright? Start here. Go this way. Compensate for the curve relative to where your mouse is going to be. You want to try to get the pivot point of the curve that is the sharpest angle where it meets. So we'll go there. See how it just lines up nicely there. A bit better. Able to curve that nicely. There we go. Now here we've got somewhat of a upwards curve with a break in this original curve. So we are going to hit Alt and press on this right there. That will combat that. And we can now create this little ridge bump area for the head in here. Make sure it's identical enough. Again, nature doesn't always aim for symmetry. It's hardly rare that you will see symmetry in nature, so that shift, that off angle, those are really catchy. There's a significant beauty in that. And when I say I draw from nature, I am inspired by nature, that is one of the key notes which I speak of there. Key principles. Essentially, I can already tell this looks like it might be getting a little bit tricky, but we're going to get through this. Really get in here. Notice the curve kind of stops right here. And kind of back that, get in there. That's good. Break this down because we had that silly wobble there. Correct it. Four. And this is going to you. Finally here. Okay. Now we understand that we can go two ways here, two directions. We can either follow the continuity of the dimensions of the snake, or we could carve our own path here. But I think it might be a bit tricky to just carve our own path so we can get through it here. It's okay if it's not precise, as long as the curvature is at least somewhat precise. That was perfect. In. Oh. There we go. That's good enough. You get the idea, right? You get it. Yes. That's that angle there. Compensate for that. We put another curve here. And to compensate for it. That's there. Not sure. Sure. Cool. Right there. And see a little bit of uneven curves there. We do have to compensate. I don't think that the image will help us in this regard, although So we will get rid of it for now. So what we will do, Illustrator might have been better for this line mark here, but I had Photoshop ready. How this renders out. I know it's not adding up yet, but bear with me here. I was going over the initial conceptualization and design of the logo here, but after a few just finicking, just kind of finesse it into its preferable state, we will be wrapping up this first part of the logo design process of the Serpentine Studios, the new studio platform I have just erected here, promoted and advertised. So check it out once everything's finished. I will have part 1 up on YouTube. Once again, I am streaming live here on Twitch, and you can see more of my gallery at my website, serpentofwisdom.com. Thank you for watching here on Twitch. Again, check me out on YouTube. Search me up on social media. I try to stay active there. So, thanks again.